2019年11月15日，孙杨案听证会上，孙杨复盘了2018年9月4日深夜接受兴奋剂赛外检测的情形。
Very soon, I contact with my doctor and also the association to inform this accident, which is going on, which is the leader of the China Swimming Association.
孙杨和母亲在深夜迅速联系了多位相关人员。国际体育仲裁法庭 CAS 仲裁员 Jeffrey Burns 又是如何解读这样的行为呢？
Therefore, my daughter arrived on the spot.
For me, a couple of things there. First of all, we now see this witness who is an athlete, suddenly an expert on the credentials and identification of doping control and doping inspection related officers and individuals. And he's given his opinion at least 3 or 4 times on this topic. That opinion, it's remarkable to me, didn't come alone. He managed to make a call to the China Swimming Association at 2 a.m., right? This is in the middle of the night. And he got somebody to pick up the phone. He managed to summon his doctor, who we later find out I think is Dr. Ba, to come at 2 a.m. And we have a phone call, perhaps made at that time or not clear, to some Zhejiang professional association that regulates phlebotomy, the taking of blood, and the licensing for the taking of blood. So all of this is happening, at least based on the way it was presented, and maybe there's a translation issue, between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. In the middle of the night. So China must operate a lot differently than anywhere else I know, and nobody sleeps. But this makes the point for me that this particular athlete had access to resources, if this happened the way he said it, that no normal athlete had access to. Nobody has access to this anywhere else in the world. They can't get the head of their federation on the phone at 2 a.m. No matter how good they are. Michael Phelps could not get the head of U.S. Swimming on the phone at 2 a.m. They could not get the head of the local phlebotomy association. I don't even know how they'd figure out who to call, and let alone get an American doctor to come anywhere at 2 a.m. It'd be impossible.
我觉得呢，它其中有一个资源就是韩兆琪的身份，法庭上使用的身份是一个反兴奋剂官员。那我觉得是很奇怪的，就是你正在接受反兴奋剂机构的检测，然后呢，你去询问一个反兴奋剂官员建议，这里边有那么一点点程序上让人感到怀疑。我并不知道是不是说每一个国家的运动员他们在接受反兴奋剂机构检测的时候都可以给自己国家的反兴奋剂官员打电话，然后寻求建议。我知道在这种情况下，至少我读过的一些案子里边没有看到过类似的情况。那么这一点可能会给法官一些很奇特的印象吧。
孙杨的这样一个陈述给人的感觉就是他有很多资源，给仲裁庭一个这样的印象的话，那可能会对案子产生什么样的影响呢？
I don't know. To me, it was remarkable because when I sit on these cases, there's the athlete and there's the doping control officer or officers, and then there might be one phone call to a coach or somebody else at most. These kinds of resources that really no other athlete in the world generally has access to, let alone at 2 a.m. I think it makes the point that he seemed to be very careful about what he was doing. He certainly had the ability to get access to a lot of people, and later on this becomes the basis for some of the blame. Right? It wasn't my fault. It was China Swimming. That took a while to become the blame in the media statements I saw. It took longer to blame the lawyers first, then eventually blame the people that actually gave you advice on the spot. But Chinada was somewhere in this mix. Chinese Swimming was in the mix. I mean, I've never had a case like this with this kind of level of resources being put to giving advice about what to do with a blood sample.